Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone. Double honors to the high priest elders that were before them. Peace and salutations to sincere brothers out there pushing this word without sincerity and in truth. It's a brother Tazamak from the Great Millstone Austin camp. And today's lesson, first and foremost, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Okay, I want to jump into the book of Revelation, chapter 21. All right, Salakia. Revelation 21, and this is a vision, okay, that John the Apostle, John the Revelator, in the island of Patmos received. All right, he saw a new Jerusalem coming down. This is Revelation 21 and verse 2. It says, "And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, okay, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." Okay, and we understand that Jerusalem is a people before it is a place. Okay, Jerusalem, which goes into Yerushalayim in the Hebrew, H3389, Yerushalayim. All right, teaching of peace. Okay, so it's ultimately, all right, it says the heavenly Jerusalem. All right, ultimately, Yerushalayim, teaching of peace, is going to come from the nation of Israel. Okay, and the nation of Israel consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, you make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. All right, so let's go back to Revelation 21 at verse 2. "And I, John, saw the holy city, a new Jerusalem." All right, because before I proceed, let's go to Isaiah 62. Okay, so Jerusalem is significant to Zion, all right, or Zion to Jerusalem. And it all ties in to one people, the Israelites, the nation of Israel. Okay, this is Isaiah 62. And let's go straight to the point. Verse 7, Salaki says, "And give him no rest till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth." So Jerusalem ultimately will be a praise in the earth. And let's go into this word praise, okay, which okay, you go to H1984, means halal. So praise means to shine, to praise, boast, be boastful. All right, halal in the Hebrew. Okay, to be praised, to be made praiseworthy. Okay, to be clear, shine, given marriage, worthy of praise, renowned or renowned, Salakia. Okay, so halal, to shine. And it says of God the Most High's favor, to flash forth light. All right, so let's go back to Revelation 21 in the Blue Letter Bible. All right, and verse 2, and let's read it again. It says, "And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem." Okay, and this word holy, okay, when you go into it, it says in the Strong's definition, sacred, morally pure, holy one, saint. All right, hagnos in the Greek, 53 hagnos. All right, from the same as hagios. All right, outline of biblical usage. This is for the word holy. pure from carnality, pure from every fault, immaculate, clean. But let's focus on what it says, pure from carnality. All right, so the New Jerusalem is going to be purified from carnality. All right, this is okay, it says, coming down, and I, John, this is Revelation 21:2, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Okay, so John saw the holy city, all right, a New Jerusalem. Okay, coming down with Yahushua, our Lord and Savior. Okay, and it says prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Now let's go into what needs to happen in order for Jerusalem to be holy, to be pure from carnality. Okay, because this is 1 Corinthians chapter 15. And I'm gonna get straight to the point. Okay, because this chapter is there's a lot to go into in this chapter. Whatever that was. And this is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 50. It says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. Okay, this is where the holy is going to get set in. All right, it says, verse 53. Well, let's get verse 52 real quick. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. And the dead shall be raised incorruptible is the elect. All right, the dead, the Israelites, okay, that were in the faith, okay, that believed in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the resurrection. This is the dead that was raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, the ones that are remaining alive. Okay, verse 53, it says, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. When you jump down to 50, it says what? Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Okay, now it says in verse 53, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So these bodies have to change to immortality, to incorruption. Okay, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality. So when you jump back to verse 52, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall, you know what, Salakia, I'm trying to get, oh, well, yes, let's keep reading, Salakia. And the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. So the changing is what? The corrupt putting the incorruption, and the mortal becoming immortal, Salakia. Okay, so then it says in verse 54, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, when the change comes, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory, and that victory is Yahushai. We have victory in Yahushai, HaMashiach. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? All right, so going back to Revelation 21. And verse 2, what John saw, it says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem. So the New Jerusalem, okay, once again, was pure from carnality, pure from every fault. Because what happened? The New Jerusalem, as we read in Salakia, in First Corinthians 15, the New Jerusalem, all right, became incorruptible, became immortal. Okay, the holy went into it. We went into the word holy, pure from carnality, because the corrupted is going into the flesh and blood. Because as we read in verse 50, flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So the body needs to change to an immortal being. Okay, so the New Jerusalem is going to receive, all right, the incorruptible, the immortality, and it's only Jerusalem, the Israelites, because once again John saw a new Jerusalem coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So the adorn is the immortal, the immortality, the new bodies of Jerusalem, the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, this is Jeremiah 31 and verse 31. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, saith the Lord Yahweh." Okay, so the New Jerusalem that was adorned, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband, is what? Is the house of Israel and the house of with the house of Judah. Verse 33, Jeremiah 31 and 33, it says, "But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord Yahweh. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, their God, and they shall be my people." Okay, this is a covenant that the Lord is declaring with who? The Israelites, the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Verse 34, "And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord Yahweh, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord Yahweh, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more." All right, because in Revelation 21 and verse 3, it says, And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their God. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. This is going into what? The covenant we're reading in Jeremiah 31. Okay? It said, "For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more." All right. And then, as prophecy foretold in Isaiah 60, then you can understand this prophetic event, the future glory for Jerusalem. Once the New Jerusalem, give me a sec, comes down out of heaven, out of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, out of heaven. It says, "Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." All right, the husband is Yahweh Shai. Okay. Then the future glory for Jerusalem will be fulfilled. All right, verse 3, the Gentiles, the other nations, shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. We can read it in the NLT. Verse 1, it says, "Arise, Jerusalem, let your light shine for all to see, for the glory of the Lord Yahweh rises to shine on you." This whole chapter is basically going into the future glory of Jerusalem. Okay? But it goes into, okay, the gates of Jerusalem be open continually. Okay, it goes into the rulership of the nation of Israel and what the other nations will do and service, minister unto the New Jerusalem. Okay? Now, Isaiah 62 and verse 7, and give him no rest till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Okay, is ultimately when the New Jerusalem is a holy city coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride, all right, adorned for her husband when the immortality has come, all right, when they're going to be purified from carnality, the new covenant. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone. Until the next one, Shalom.